Good morning to all. This is Najma Begum, Assistant Professor of Department of English, JJ College of Arts and Science. In this presentation, we're going to discuss about the poem The Unknown Citizen by W. H. Auden. Author Introduction. W. H. Auden, also known as Wyson Hugh Auden, was an Anglo-American poet, one of the greatest writers of the 20th century. He was a poet, author, and playwright. Auden's poetry was noted for its stylistic and technical achievement with politics, morals, love, and religion, and its variety in tone, form, and content. The central themes of his poetry are love, politics, and citizenship, religion and morals, and the relationship between unique human beings and the anonymous, impersonal world of nature. His works are Funeral Blues, The Age of Anxiety, Erika Mann, etc. He won the Pulitzer Prize in 1948. He wrote The Unknown Citizen in 1939. Setting of the poem. The setting of the poem is a cemetery with a marble monument over the tomb of the unknown citizen. No such tomb exists, but many countries have tombs memorializing soldiers killed in combat whose identity could not be established, often because of disfiguring wounds. About the poem The Unknown Citizen, I had divided this poem into four parts. First part, to JS/07M378. This marble monument is erected by the state. He was founded by the Bureau of Statistics to be one against whom there was no official complaint, and all the reports on his conduct agree that, in the modern sense of an old fashioned word, he was a saint, for in everything he did, he served the greater community. These lines explains that the citizen called as a number who died in a war the nation produced. Like the person who has died, citizen is mentioned JS/07M378 slash. He collected government information about the individuals. There is no complaint about a particular person. He wouldn't did any mistaken reports from various departments: statistics, social psychology, health card, newspaper, high grade living, public opinion, engineers, and teachers. There is no complaints through these departments. Basically, he is a well-being man. His activities gives something benefits to society. The next part, except for the war, till the day he retired. He worked in a factory and never got fired, but satisfied his employers, Fudge Motors Inc. Yet he wasn't a scab or odd in his views, for his union reports that he paid his dues. Our report on his union shows it was sound, and our social psychology workers found. These lines explains that he worked in the same factory till his retirement. In between, one time only he went for a war as a soldier. He gave his full effort to his nation in a great way. He got good name in this factory named as Fudge Motor Company. The factory don't punish him for any reason. He was a member at union. He doesn't participate in any issues. He pay his member union tax in a correct time. The factory got trade union was in the good books of the government. He was a great co-worker. Sometimes he enjoyed a drink with his friends. The next part, that he was popular with his mates and liked a drink. The press are convinced that he bought a paper every day and that his reactions to advertisements were normal in every way. Policies taken out in his name prove that he was fully insured, and his health card shows he was once in hospital but left it cured. Both producers, research and high grade living declare he was fully sensible to the advantages of the installment plan. These lines explains that at once the press proved that he brought the newspaper every day. He took every news in paper in an easy way. He was fully insured. His health card shows during lifetime he was once in the hospital but he left it cured. He knows the advantages of the installment system. And the next part, and had everything necessary to the modern man: a phonograph, a radio, a car, and a fridge dairy. Our researchers into public opinion are content that he had the proper opinions for the time of year. When there was peace, he was for peace. When there was war, he went. He was married and added 5 children to the population, which our Eugenides says was the right number for a parent of his generation. And our teachers report that he never interfered with their education. These lines explains that in installment system he bought gramophone, radio, car and fridge. When there was a peace in nation, he folded it was a good. When was a war, he didn't protect but he worked as a soldier. When he was married, he had 5 children. It was considered as a right number according to human reproduction, eugenist. The children's school teachers also gave opinion about him and that he did not interfere with the education of his children. And the final couplet: was he free? Was he happy? The question is absurd. Had anything been wrong, we should certainly have heard. This couplet explains that the poet asks a question: was a man free and happy? Then the writer says that a citizen not lived as free and happy man, that is also mentioned in this poem. Thank you.